was here, I presented in Chicago. That was the first. That was the first like innovation summit platform that I'd had with Document Crunch in Chicago here. Like, kind of took my shtick for a little.
And we were like mostly outside on the river because it was still kind of COVID.
And
that's where
I met Vivin in real life there.
And Vivin had not yet announced.
He said to me on the river. He said, "Hey, this is a secret, but I'm starting a venture fund, and we think that you could potentially be a great first investment."
Because he was coming out of Hilti. And then the other guy, Mauricio, was coming out of, and Juan were coming out of Cemex.
That's right.
Ventures, exactly.
And he introduced me to them too. I think Mao, he introduced me to there as well.
And then we went to Venture East in Miami.
And they were Mao was a panelist.
Right.
At Cemex.
And that's where the first time I got to see you actually present.
Yeah, and we won the Cemex startup competition.
Exactly.
Which was a big deal, and I was getting ready to start raising my seed round. In January, I started my raise. So this is December.
Right.
So I was like, I knew it was kind of coming up, but winning that competition at BuiltWorlds was a very big thing for us. It kind of legitimized us.
And that's when I saw
And you pulled me aside. We were probably doing some version of this.
Exactly.
Hey, champions, whatever.
We were taking pictures with all the winners, right? Of the Cemex Ventures, yeah.
And I was shocked at the time that we won, just because it was a big deal. And then you pulled me aside and you just said, "I just need you to know that I've been doing this for a long time, and I know." You said, "I know that Document Crunch is going to be a very great outcome." And I was like, "What?" And I remember saying to you, "How could you know that?" Because I still didn't believe myself. And you said, I see it. I've seen it and I see it, and you just need to know this." That's what you told me. So BuiltWorlds as kind of the backdrop of our journey. So September, I meet my seed lead investor.
That's right, Vivin.
Vivin. In December, his future partner Mao is sitting on the panel that awarded us like the winner. So that's December. We have multiple term sheets, and we go with Zakua in January, but it wasn't announced until that spring. So what happens in the spring? I'm there at Venture West now in March of, I guess, 22.
That's right.
March of 22, I'm at Venture West. I think our round had closed, but it wasn't announced yet. In fact, the pictures that we used to announce the round was me, Mao, Vivin, and Juan in the courtyard at Venture West.
Sheridan where we have Venture West.
But, so we're doing all that. We're all happy. We're all there together. And this guy, Louis from Navitas Capital, says, "Hey, I've heard a little bit about you. You're the Document Crunch guy." And I met him there. And that was the first meeting with Navitas, who then went on to lead my Series A, and who's also speaking today. Isn't that crazy?
It's just incredible.
Isn't that nuts?
It's incredible.
So my two early lead investors, I met both of them here.
You know what's also really cool about that? It really is. It's a great illustration. But it's also so many people come to different BuiltWorlds events, and they come to one event, and they don't necessarily connect right at that event, and then they kind of give up. Whereas in your case, I mean, you came, you met Vivin.
Well, I'm going to go a step further as we're doing this. This is crazy to me. So at that event that I met Navitas,
that was where they announced Zakua, the fund. I remember they had the blue vests, and
then a week later they announced their investment in Document Crunch. So Vivin at that conference says, "I want you to meet this founder that I really like, my friend Jeevan from OpenSpace." So true story. So I met Jeevan for the first time there. To this day, he's probably my closest founder friend in this ecosystem. He's been a huge mentor to me. Just yesterday, Navitas posted their story of Document Crunch. They were not going to lead my Series A for reasons in their memo, and Jeevan apparently called them and was like, "I heard you're talking to Josh," and he told them all the reasons why they should invest, and yesterday in their blog, that's what tipped the scale. And Jeevan, I also met at the BuiltWorlds Venture West True story.
What a great story.
Isn't that crazy?
What a great story. Yeah, another great entrepreneur.
All these connections, they all matter.
Exactly. That's the ecosystem. That's the community. That's the and as big and as fragmented and as much of a wilderness as this industry can seem to be. Those one-on-one relationships
matter.
100%.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
man. Very exciting.